Tiramisu was my father's favorite dessert. With espresso and alcohol, tiramisu is an adult dessert. It's sophisticated, always special, and very easy to make. To make this traditional tiramisu, you'll need 2 dozen Italian ladyfingers, a strong shot of espresso, a nice coffee liqueur, 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. You'll need an 8-ounce package of mascarpone cheese, a heavy whipping cream, 4 to 5 eggs. We'll be using the yolks only, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and you'll finish it with cocoa powder. To get started, you'll separate 4 eggs. We'll be using the yolks only. So you just crack your egg. Remember my tricky little French method where you just reach in, you let the white fall between your finger, and you place your perfect yolk in your yolk bowl. Again, pick up the yolk, shake off the white. And you can save your egg whites, and they do freeze very nicely, then you can add them to future recipes. I've just added 1/4 cup of sugar to my 4 egg yolks. Okay, well, I'm going to put this over the top of some boiling water. And now I will just continue to whisk it gently for about 3 to 5 minutes to make sure that the eggs are safe. Most traditional tiramisu recipes use raw egg yolks, but I think it's a good idea to cook them a little bit. Our egg yolks are finished cooking over the double boiler, and I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream to this mixture and continue to stir for about another minute. While we're waiting for our eggs to cool, I'm going to whip the whipping cream. I'm starting with 8 ounces of a heavy whipping cream, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and about 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm going to bring this to stiff peaks. 8 ounces of mascarpone are in a bowl, to which I'm now going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 1 teaspoon of coffee liqueur, and I'm going to beat it all together. Now I'm adding all at once our egg and sugar mixture that's cooled to room temperature and beating it all together. Now it's time to fold in your whipped cream. I'm going to fold in the entire 8 ounces. Our cream is made and in the refrigerator, so now it's time to soak our ladyfingers. I'm starting with a strong espresso, about an equal amount of coffee liqueur. Now you want to just put your ladyfingers in, turn them, and take them out into the pan. Don't want to leave these in here. Pour half of your cheese and whipped cream mixture over the top of your ladyfingers. Spread it around. Added a final layer of soaked ladyfingers and our final topping of the cheese and egg mixture. Again, spread it evenly over the top. At this point now we're going to cover it, and it needs to refrigerate overnight, a minimum of 6 to 8 hours, but longer overnight is better. And then tomorrow, when it's ready to cut and serve, we'll add the cocoa topping. I've just finished beating our last 4 ounces of whipped cream, to which I've added some sugar and vanilla. This will be the final finish to our tiramisu. Because of my father's lifelong love affair with tiramisu, he spent his entire life searching for the very best, and in his opinion, tiramisu must be finished with whipped cream. Our tiramisu has been in the refrigerator for 24 hours, so now I'm going to put our freshly whipped cream and spread it around. Tiramisu, by some accounts, was actually invented in the 1960s in a region of Veneto, Italy. The word tiramisu literally translates into a pick-me-up. Transferring time to add our cocoa powder now to finish our tiramisu. You don't want to add the cocoa too soon because the powder can actually get kind of sticky and pasty if it's put on too soon. You want to sprinkle it and cover all the area. Tiramisu started showing up on menus in around the 1990s, and it exploded in popularity after the movie Sleepless in Seattle that was out in 1993. There's a great scene in that movie where Rob Reiner's character and Tom Hanks' character are sitting in a bar in Seattle talking about the modern world, and Rob Reiner mentions tiramisu. The ingredients in tiramisu are always the same, but this unique Italian dessert allows for a lot of creativity. I feel confident that my father would love my interpretation of his favorite dessert, tiramisu.